juice. Hey y'all, Sagittarius. Okay, so as we know, Sagittarius is a centaur. It is half horse, half man. There's a lot of power there, and there's a lot of intelligence there, right? It's almost like a really great use of power. It's a lot of it. Think about horsepower. We usually measure like the strength of our cars and our engines by horsepower. It really is drive. It's force. It's bold. All the fire signs are bold, but this one is very bold in a sense that it's explosions of boldness. Aries has explosions of boldness, but Aries' explosions of boldness call for like a reaction or a reflection or like or a relation or a way to relate afterwards. Sagittarius is acting and they're like, if you don't relate to that, then that's fine. Okay, really, that's how they are. Hey babies. Dale is getting his best life right now, hennies. But yeah, we're gonna be informing you guys on what's going on with us here at Providence. But until then, I'm gonna be giving Sagittarius this cause and effect reading. Normally we might do like an ascendant thing, but right now we're gonna do a cause and effect. Did I even shuffle these cards? I think I did. I'm laying them out now, so this is just intuitively or spiritually what's being called for me to do. Work that is fierce, and you know that Jupiter is in your sign. My dog is being crazy right now. Well, no, she's not being crazy. I love her to death, and she's so sweet. She just had like a little bit of a health scare recently, and you know, we're trying to get her back on her feet and, you know, back to her normal self, or as normal as we can get her. I love my baby. She's 11. Pray for her. Her name's Wrigley. She's a pug. Adorable. Okay, Sagittarius. So let's talk about the card that's at the bottom of your reading. You got the King of Raphael, which is the King of Cups. That is fixed water. So it's giving you Scorpio energy, but it can be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is actually someone that you want to be able to trust and that you can trust with your emotions, Sagittarius, because you guys aren't really that emotional. You're very passionate, which leads to emotions, right? Because it's like how you affect people in your situation and your circumstances. But sometimes, you know, you don't necessarily get that nurturing feeling from people where you feel like you can trust them. Just, you know, just being around them and them being around you and know that they're not going to cause, oh my God, knowing that they're not going to cause a ruckus. Oh my God, that was so crazy that that happened. But yes, so here we are back to talking about the card. It says, yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. So this is like, how are you directing that energy? How are you transmuting that energy of like depth of feeling and how you are able to not necessarily relate to people, but relate to your own reality, one that you cannot change, right? It's that type of thing. How are you allowing yourself to face your fears? Because that's something with Scorpio, facing your fears, which is a way of standing in your power and taking your power back. So I feel like a lot of you are doing that. You're taking your power back. You're standing in your power. You're doing it from a place of genuineness, you know what I mean? Because water is subconscious. So that really is a part of ourselves that's so real to us and our individual experience that it's hard for other people to get to that. And that's the energy that the King of Raphael gives me. So once you're able to get to the core of you and to the core of whoever this person is that some of you might be involved in, because there's going to be many messages here, then you will be able to take a breath of a sigh of relief, just because it'll be like you're opening your arms up to something that's going to, you know, help you transform. So let's go ahead and talk about this reading here. the significator, or the card that is best representative of you right now at this time, is the Six of Ariel. That's the moon in Taurus. Taurus is a sign that likes respect, it likes respective boundaries, and it also likes the idea of marriage, because marriage brings security, right? It brings security within, like, just being able to provide for your life and your its circumstances, being able to save, being able to invest wisely in oneself and wisely in one's principles too. Because when you're talking about investing in your principles, now you're getting into the spirituality of Taurus, which is, represented by the Hierophant when we go back to the major arcana cards. And that is definitely one of spirituality, one of marriage, one of belief systems. So, in order for you to kind of get yourself to a place of balance here, it's like you're going to have to use your belief systems in order to ascertain this part of yourself that is going to step up to the plate and is going to be able to give back to you, right? And some of us do that a little bit too much, but in this case, it definitely is going to be one that is going to be beneficial to you, Sagittarius. This card says, material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving, or receiving with a grateful heart. So this is really talking about the communications and the systems with someone or some entity that is going to make you feel a little bit more harmonious within your material gains and your material outputs, right? It's like when you give, you also receive. And that was one of the messages in the last reading that I did, the mutable as fuck reading. If you go back and you look at that, you'll be able to see that. What's this say? Love pugs. Glad I caught from Seattle. How long? Sag rising. Hi. If you guys could like the video, that would be amazing. I love you all day for that. So yeah, you guys are really just thinking about how you can do that, how you can get your finances together, how you can save more money. The holidays are here, so you're really thinking about how you can be, a better provider. Providence, as one might say, but a gift giver or whatever, because it was talking about giving gifts. There was a person or a man that kind of like made me think about my reading recently that I did, the mutable as fuck reading, where he gave $1,000 checks to everyone at a high school in California that was affected by the fire. Okay, Sagittarius season, in Paradise, California. So the students, the faculty, the staff, the custodials, everyone got $1,000 check. So these kids aren't going out and getting Xboxes with these checks. They're buying shoes. They're buying toilet paper. They're getting things for their family that they need. So anyway, that's what you're thinking about for yourself as well. You're thinking about getting all of your needs met and being able to take a breath of relief and knowing that you were able to release something that brought more attention back to you, right? It's because at the immediate influence you have new beginnings, which is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is about releasing things, right? Releasing control that you may have not had, that you tried to exercise. It's releasing certain parts of your reality and giving them back to the universe so that you can be free of them, so that you can then receive the blessings that were meant for you. And that's really important at this time for you, because you have Jupiter in Sagittarius. Mercury is retrograde right there, right now, which is saying that there are some things within this process that we're all experiencing, and you definitely on an individual level, Sagittarius, that's saying that some of it is not making sense yet. And it really is about how you adapt to all of these changes and these occurrences that might be causing some discomfort to you. It really is saying that you really just need to let it ride. Everyone needs to take it a little bit easy and just process the information that's coming in. Let it come to you. Don't be trying to go out there and get it, because it's a Mercury retrograde season, so it's confusion, things like that. But yeah, this says starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Starting a new life, right? So when you start a new life, you definitely have to have this sensibility of checks and balances. What to prioritize, what's important materially and practically, but then what's also important to you, like what are your needs that you actually need out of it. That's something that is attesting to, number 20, reducing down to number 2, which is understanding, getting a better sense of what is needed, right? Because when something is needed, that means that there are 2 factors to it, right? Because something's needed, something needs to be given to something. So you're thinking about where to allocate, how to delegate, how to procreate things for yourself that maybe you were able to do in the past that you still have the capabilities of doing. It's just that, all of the struggles, Saturn was in your sign for a while. It dipped back in there and it came out. Now it's in your second house of finances. And that is what this card right here rules, your second house of finances, which is Taurus. Pluto is in Capricorn, which is also your second house of finances. But the second house of finances is ruled by Taurus, but for you, that would be Capricorn. So let's not get confused. What is working and what you're standing on as solid ground in your foundation is an earth card. So that's really wonderful. This is the King of Ariel. This is also fixed. It's fixed earth. Yes, which is Taurus. So there's some Taurus energy in here. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Taurus. Maybe some of you are trying to release a lifestyle that you may have had with a Taurus, that you may have trusted in that sense. Some of you may be dealing with that. And then some of you might actually be having an emotional attachment to a Taurian person in your life. It could be any earth sign, but this card right here is the King of Ariel, and it is the King of Pentacles, which is representative of Taurus energy. So, this is definitely someone who is accomplished. They're successful as well, very intelligent. They have some power attached to that because of the status that they've reached and the status that they are at for themselves in this life. This could be somebody that, you may have met at work, or this could be someone that you met through someone that's like very constant and routine in your life. You may have met them through a family member or a cousin, something like that. And this person is very, constant in your life. That's for some of you, not for everybody. This is a general reading. At the top of the reading, we've got the 3 of Gabriel. So you actually are really waiting for something to come back to you after you put some energy into it. You know what I mean? It's almost like you planned for something, you took the action, you did it. So it's like it's out there, and now you're just waiting for whatever it is that you deserve to come back to you in the form that it's supposed to. So it is saying that, there is a delivery of some sorts that can be anticipated, right? It says prosperity arising from wise planning, time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So this isn't necessarily a relationship reading, but it did open up with a water card. So if you guys are trying to figure out whether or not you're going to keep somebody or let them go, or if you're going to accept someone into your life as someone that you feel is of value, soul value, and value to you, then it's saying that there is an optimistic outlook on this. So if it's working out, that's wonderful. If it's not working out, then the new beginnings card, which is the Judgment, which is Pluto, is saying that you're releasing the need to actually try to make something work that's not working. You're going to let somebody go, which is actually going to open up channels for both of you, and then you'll be on your merry way and things will be working out for you because you're not creating blockages by being around or being with people that you actually aren't meant to be with, you know what I mean, or aren't meant to be around, or people that might be taking your energy, or they just might be taking, it's like some people can be discouraging without having discouraging words. You know what I mean? Do you ever feel like that? Where you're just like, wow, when I'm like, why does my energy level just go down sometimes when I'm around you? Even though, like, you're cool. But it's, it's just like that with some people. It just depends on, like, what their outlook on life is, really. So now let's look at the air for some of you. This is communications. This is your thought process. These are emails, texts, what's going on social media, that type of thing. Some of you are getting offers by someone to do something. Somebody actually might be wanting to take some of you on trips. So some of you might have gotten an offer to go on a trip with somebody. It may not be a vacation. It just might be a little like outing or like a date. Somebody may have offered to take someone out on a date, and some of you may not be really sure if you want to go. But it's saying that there's potential here. If it's not for anything to get jumped off, then it's potential really just to have a good time. Or some of you might be going places to create these experiences that are going to be long lasting. They're going to be, ones of tradition. It is the holiday season, so that's something too that we could be looking at. You've got the Knight of Gabriel, which is the Sagittarius card. It's mutable energy, so it's very adaptable. This is someone that might actually be willing to, work with you in terms of getting to have these experiences with you and start to spend time with you and just initiate something that, could become something more substantial in the future. Because the aces are really always talking about changes and talking about initiations and new beginnings and things coming in and making an impact that might be lasting, that inspires and influences you to take that energy and process it further into something that you feel like it can be, something that has more potential. So this is very potent energy. It has potential, okay? So this person could actually have some potential. It says, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. Okay, so this is kind of like one of energy. It's one of enthusiasm, it's confidence, it's courage, it's pizzazz. It's definitely coming in with exuberance, you know what I mean? So somebody could be impressing you and you may be actually, you might be feeling that a little bit, just in the thought process. Also, you're looking at social media, you might be having a source to go back to identify with this person and what their energy is that they're putting out there towards you. And you're like, okay, I can maybe work with this. This might be something. It says, it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support, a change in a job or promotion. Okay? So some of you, like I said, this could be somebody at work. I mean, like, it really could. And if you don't know, then it might be somebody at a holiday Christmas party at work that something is revealed. There might be something shared. Just saying. All right, so let's look at the emotional placement for some people, like what you guys are feeling and kind of like that subconscious part of you, what your dreams might be telling you, and just overall your intuitive nature and what's going on here. So some of you realize that you're going to have to be bold about something, but it's bold about how you do something in a way that is going to get an actual result, and that's not just going to create like an uproar. I like the attention from the Cap and the Leo, but don't feel passion for them. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's kind of like at this time of year, it's fun to go out to date and do things because there's a lot of festivities going on. Be safe, by the way, you guys. Definitely always be safe because there's so much crazy shit going on out there. Be safe, okay? And know what to do. But yeah, this is a time of year where you actually want to get out and you want to have fun because it's getting darker. People are getting that, what is it, seasonal sadness or seasonal depression and stuff like that. So that's why everything's all shiny and glitzy and Christmas and tinsel and all that stuff. Anyway, I love it. So you got the Page of Ariel. This is also more potent energy. You have a fire card almost in every placement. In the center of the reading, you have one in the air, you have one in the water, you got one in the earth, and you got one in the fire. So the Page of Gabriel is really talking about new phases that are shifting, right? Pivotal shifts of energy, and this is one of a lot of spirit and enthusiasm and passion, and kind of like gearing up, get your motor running, that type of thing, right? Or something. I would probably go Miley Cyrus with this, since this since this is a page. Get Your Motor Running would be like the king of wands. Is he here? Not yet. The queen is though. So this is definitely saying that there's a learning process that's underway in terms of your emotional process. Because it is Saturn related, because the pages are ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the great teacher. It's very wise. So someone might be liking someone that's younger, or you yourself may be younger, and subconsciously you want something, but you know that it's going to take a little bit more of your effort and a little bit more of your strength, because you got the strength card here, and you're basically showing yourself what you're made of in a relationship, or somebody might be giving somebody another chance, and it really is showing you what they're made of. Or you may be asking somebody, you may be saying like, prove to me that you mean what you say and you do what you say that you mean, like that type of thing. And you're actually yourself staying strong in your belief that they can do it, because you could just kind of like drop them anyway, you know, that type of thing. And this is also saying that some of you might be beginning to have dreams that are going to be speaking, that are just going to have to do with like your passions and things that you want to do in life. Yes, the Taurus, right? Things that you want to do in life. It's almost like you are sort of getting anxious about achieving something, or you're getting anxious about taking a chance on something. You know, it's like something that you want as well, because this is double fire here. Wow, very passionate energy in the water. But then there's like, it's in the water placement, so it really is almost kind of like it's polarizing energy as well. It's almost like you want to try to find a sense of balance in something, but then subconsciously you're having this anxiousness of wanting to do something, but it really is saying that you just need to like be patient, okay? Because you might be feeling a lot emotionally, and there might be a lot of passions that are driving you emotionally, but you're going to have to exercise a level of sympathy. I don't know why it's saying that. I don't know why I'm saying sympathy, but you're going to have to exercise a level of patience, right? In order to deal with whatever it is that this is going to be testing you, and challenging you, and teaching you, and making you learn something. It's like it's almost forcing you to focus. It's saying, focus, focus. Maybe you need to stop thinking about love. Have strength in yourself and not thinking about a relationship, really. And it's saying you need to focus on what you're doing, right? Focus on what you are doing and stop talking, or stop talking about love. Anyway, but that's some of you guys. Have strength, because it's like you definitely will be able to, you know, move on and change. You know, if you're coming out of a relationship, it's saying, you know, the person that you are, and the gregariousness, and just like the extrovertedness, and the bubbliness, that type of thing, people are going to like that anyway. You know what I mean? They're gonna like your energy, so you don't have to worry about whether or not you are you know, you have been drained of your worth or something, or you've been drained of like what makes you special. You're at a beginning. The new beginnings are great, because it's like you can cultivate a new part of yourself that hasn't been activated. You know, we always yearn for something more in life, and that's because we all have many things that we can do. We can acquire. We can attain a lot of different things. We can reach different parts of ourselves at different times in our lives. You know what I mean? You're not always meant to be sitting in that red chair. You know, or I don't know. I'm just saying whatever. You know, whatever. Sitting in that wood chair, whatever chair you sit in. You ain't mean to say. You ain't meant to say that. Get up. Go do something. Uh, so in the Earth placement work, honeys, there's two queens in the Earth placement. Queen of Gabriel, which is the Queen of Wands, businesswoman. She likes to tell people what to do. likes to get things done, likes to kind of feel good about being badass and kind of, a boss, which is good because it's like if you don't do it, who's gonna do it, right? Because the queens are cardinal, and cardinal is talking about initiation. So if there's something you guys want out there, I know it's a weird time of year because it's at the end of the holiday season. And ain't nobody trying to switch jobs right now, but some people are. But if you guys are up for something or you really want to try to make something happen, that's great. Maybe two women can be at odds at work. One might be a fire sign and one might be a water sign. One actually might be might seem like she's more kind or, just a little bit softer, or one might seem like she's like a little bit weak and the other one may seem like she's actually a little bit overwhelming. Or one is easy to deal with and the other one is a little bit more difficult just because people don't understand her, and it seems like she is, I don't know, this seems like some gossip or something. This seems like just like some catty behavior or something at work that's going on. um that's one of the messages. But then another one is saying that you need to, some of you need to put more diligence into something. You need to put more understanding into something for yourself. It's almost like the queens have a need to express. Some of you want to express. Some of you want to do something, and you want to express something. Or some of you might be wanting to do something to express something. I feel like a lot of you are just trying to initiate something. This is really strong energy with these two queens right here. Honestly, look at them. It's like what I was just saying when like we want to activate different parts of ourselves. This is like different parts of ourselves that we want to activate. So hard to get the money to start your movies, right? Okay, so here's the thing. You might need to show your desire and express yourself to different people that are going to be able to help you materialize this and bring this into form. You know what I mean? These are people who you can trust, and they might just be, very nurturing. That's what this is saying. These two people are very nurturing. One is going to be nurturing of your emotional experience, and one is going to be nurturing of like, what you should go out there and do so that you can show the world what it is that you have to offer. She wants you to show the world what you have to offer, and she wants you to have it mean something. Okay? So it's almost like some of you want to get out there and do it, but you don't want to just get out there and do it. You want it to actually mean something. It's like when we opened the reading with the King of Raphael, which is the King of Cups. Meaning, soulful enrichment, that type of thing. A support team. Yeah, exactly. That's what you need. We all need a support team. Now, sometimes, with these two people, she's gonna be that support. Oh yes, baby. Like, let me tell you what to do, and let me hug you. You want some juice or something? Let me do whatever it is that I need to do for you. And she's like, look, I gave you this. I'll be back. You know what I mean? She's there and she's nurturing you, but it's like if you're not going to do anything about it, this person is just going to kind of like, she like throws the ball and then she waits for you to throw it back. This person is kind of like carrying the ball around for you while they walk next to you and show you what you can do with the ball. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So some of you need to do what you feel like you really want to do. Make what you feel like you really want to make. Don't apologize for wanting to initiate changes, right? That are going to bring about new phases of self-discovery for yourself. It's Sagittarius season. I'm giving you some Tina right now. Turner, honey. Yes, the queen. Anyway, big wheel keep on turning, honey. So let's look in your fire placement, Sage. Okay, and you got the king of fire right here, which is not the king of Gabriel and not the king of wands, but the emperor, honey. So this is Aries, initiations, in and passions, stability, taking charge, being that beacon, right, that is leading with purpose. He rules the kings, right? So he trusts in that type of energy. So he himself is a source for that. So this is not like any kind of like supreme. There is some superiority here, but it's not divine energy. So we don't want to go that far. But we do want to say that this is you being able to tap into the will of the divine so that you yourself can channel and transmute the energy that they are sending to you so that you can be the best that you actually can be. You are the CEO of your life, honey. This card says stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans, right? So it's like all that stuff that you want to do that you might be feeling like you may not be ready for, or you may be feeling like you're putting a lot of work and or some effort into, but you're still waiting for something to happen. Oh, beautiful. The disaster relief team. That's wonderful. Yes. And someone did say something about a support team. And the queens do nurture. You know, they provide fertile grounds. Um, they definitely help multiply things. Interesting. Which is the three, and the three is the empress, and she does, you know, lead the queens. So anyway, this is talking about doing it for yourself. It's so crazy because the emperor is here, right? Mars, Aries, will of the sun. And then you have Mars in Leo, the Seven of Wands. It's saying like the divine is there helping you. You see what I mean? It's just interesting that I said, oh, this is not like a divine energy. It's just one of like superiority or supreme knowing or supreme action. And you know, this is actually one of that. Mars and Leo. So that's saying that, you know, the universe is there to help you personify yourself. It's there to support you in becoming. Okay, Michelle Obama. It's there to support you in becoming who you were actually really meant to be. As long as you stay with it, Sag. You know what I mean? This is your year. Jupiter is in your sign. And he's going to bring you abundance and luck. But he's also going to bring you those moments that you need the wake-up calls. As well, because it's about fluctuations and it's about adaptability within the fluctuations. How are you monitoring the situation and how are you gaining the best out of that experience? Okay? Sagittarius, happy birthday. If you'd like to book a reading with me, email providencetarotkendrick at gmail.com. If you'd like to book a reading with Dale, email providencetarotdale at gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Providence Tarot. I am at NYC Kendrick and at Kendrick NYC on Instagram. Dale is, yes, Taurus will help you stay grounded and they will drive you crazy too. Dale is at Bluest True with 2 T's, and he is also son, as in son, of Lolita. All right, yeah, so there's a lot of fire here. So it's saying really go with your passion, Sagittarius. And when you go with your passions, you will undoubtedly have something that's going to be substantial coming back to you. And it's going to be something that you feel like you deserve. And you do deserve it because you're hard workers and you guys do the most. My dad's a Sagittarius, born December 12th. Happy birthday, Dad. Also, I want to send out a happy birthday to Anver Sleuth. Also, a birthday wish goes out to Cardsy B on Instagram, a good friend of mine, a good new friend of mine. She has a deck out called the Badass Bitches Tarot. It's great. Follow her on Instagram too. Also follow Shanti Shanti on Instagram. That's the shop that I read at along with Dale. It's AUM_Shanti_Shanti. That's on Instagram. And we're also on Facebook as well. Alright guys, so just reach out to us. You can also email providencetarot@gmail.com to give us any suggestions on anything that you guys might want to see, you know. And we may be able to bring you some content, you know, in regards to what you guys request. Don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe. Happy birthday again, Sagittarius, and I hope that you get everything that you want and wish for this year. Bye.